Phil didn't even attack him. Phil has literally just been like, this guy's better than me,
so...
and has just been simply trying to say, I'm going to survive and see what happens, rather than actually hit him.
He will survive.
Do I see the fight going on in the kitchen?
You can see it's happening in the kitchen, so yeah, you guys can see
the open door
is
and
open.
everything?
Yeah, exactly. You guys can see this fight happening.
Okay.
So what were the three options again?
I mean, as a general
fight again, which isn't going to be an option.
Fight again. You can try and use power to like just simply muscle him away. Speed test to escape if you think you can match his speed, or you can try a fort test to outlast him.
Can he? Could he decide to kind of push the guy into the door, like through the door, like to the outside?
I think I'm going to say the fort test is unlikely in this particular case, just because you don't have enough time.
Right.
Like.
Can I do stuff?
Certainly, you can.
I would like to see if I can find a bucket and then go to the slurry pit and get some of the very most liquid shit from there. I might hit him in the face, and his armor might not do anything, but he's gonna get shit in his eyes.
Have you been playing Dark Souls? Is this a dung pie dueling strat?
I don't know what that is, but I would like to scavenge for shit.
Town or whatever.
Okay, Rufus, you can certainly go and try it and rustle up.
Do I roll for this? I roll for this, don't I?
Time to
you do have to roll.
For dung.
Wait, what is he trying to do?
He's trying
for dung.
Obs 2 to find a bucket and dung to place in it. Okay, you don't find a bucket and dung to place in it.
Luke, what I want to do is, since I see the fight,
damn it.
Do I see like Phil winning right now or losing?
What you see is that he's not even trying to attack. He's just defending himself, and that's all he can do.
That's all Phil can do.
That's all he appears to be doing, is defending himself.
Give me a second here.
No new target has presented itself for me,
so I do have the option of trying to lock this guy, right?
Okay, my guy says, "Fuck this shit." Okay, I get up, I leave the rapier sitting in the dude with the dead guy on top, pick up one of the crossbow of the guy that should lie there and be still loaded and everything.
Oh god.
Pick it up, walk like as close as you let me in that action, so that I can still fire the crossbow at the dude.
I think Fate of Dice to see if the bolt's fallen out when he dropped it.
I think we should let him do this. I'm too curious.
As a side, can I lock this guy? Like, can I try and...
What you can try and do is close on him and and lock him. However, if you do that, the way to think of this is it'll be an opposed power test.
Yeah.
But after he gets a chance to hit you with the sword. Because you have to close. You're going to change range. So this is like you're renegotiating the position. At the moment, you're standing back. You're arm lengths apart doing so. If you want to get close to him, he's going to hit you first. If you took a speed test first to renegotiate the position, then you'd be able to do it without taking the hit.
If you make it so that his back is to the door, I'll shoot him.
If you fail the speed test, you don't get an advantage to your position at all. So you're going to still take the sword hit.
So there's always a benefit to taking the speed test then?
I would say you probably might take the power test at a -1 dice because you failed the link test.
What difficulty was my scavenge, by the way?
Obs 2.
Is that routine for me?
No, it's difficult.
God fucking...
It's under pressure, time, pretty
pressure.
tricky.
It's a farm!
Looking for some swill and a bucket to throw some crud.
Well, the thing is, you might actually have found it, but you'd find it too late. The question is, can you get it in time to help Phil?
I see.
Yeah.
Either way, yes, I am going to try and lock him and take the hit beforehand.
Okay. So this is now his sword 6 versus... whoops. Best throw, EU. Sword 6, obs 1 because you're not actually objectively...
Boys, you little dick.
Okay.
Now.
Oh, that's only an incidental hit.
Which is not really going to do anything.
Incidental hit...
Oh, it might do something.
Is... That's another 5. That's actually a superficial wound, I think, Phil.
5, so superficial, yeah.
Yeah, you take a superficial wound, so everything's at +1 obs. And now it's power versus power.
+1 obs and -1
so
die. Oh dear.
So he gets +1 to his roll because of the obs, and you're at 5.
And I am going to try and sort of kick him and shit.
Do you have any persona left?
Yes, so I'll use persona as well.
Okay.
So what exactly is Phil trying to achieve? Like, what happens if he succeeds?
Oh, look at that!
He's trying to lock him up.
That's 5. Oh my word, well done. That's 5v3.
Do I get any benefit from exploding the 6s?
No. I mean, you've achieved your goal, which is to lock his sword arm.
Right.
Nice. And now Klyka shoots. Klyka shoots his crossbow.
Oh, it's like you're shooting a crossbow?
Yes, he is.
Oh, Jesus, dude. Beginner's luck crossbow?
Doesn't have.
Beginner's
Okay.
luck crossbow.
What's your
Ooh, man.
agility?
Oh man.
Klyka?
Klyka.
Sorry, it was just AFK talking to Marie.
What's
Cool.
your agility?
What's up?
Beginner's luck crossbow.
6.
Okay, your obs is 4. Because you're trying to hit this guy. Warning, if you miss, it might hit Phil. Oh. Okay. Now you have to roll. On a roll of 4+, it hits Phil.
Wait, did you say I have to roll and then?
Oh, no.
But okay.
Thank you.
Oh, no, okay. If you want to roll it, you can roll it.
Nah, it's fine.
No,
just
you roll. Now put a mark on crossbow.
Yep, you're learning the crossbow skill.
Yeah.
So a bolt thud's fairly close to you, Phil, but doesn't hit the guy.
Nothing about the situation has now changed upstairs.
So I have his
Crossbow
sword
was
and
what?
dot.
Agility?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's actually pretty good.
So.
Yeah, you need 4 tests.
Your action, you've now locked his arm. So.
Right. So can I like bodily hold him and run him into a wall, essentially?
While Phil is doing this, by the way, I throw away the crossbow I just missed with, and I take the few steps back to pick up the second cross. No, wait, that guy actually shot his bolt.
Phil, that's another
That's
versus
fine.
power
No, he
because
didn't.
that's
That's
you're actually trying to move him this time,
He didn't
and
shoot
you've only got his arm.
Oh, he didn't shoot his bolt, did he? Yeah, I'll pick up the second crossbow, Luke.
Oh!
Phil, Jesus
When
Christ.
the bread's on the table.
Whether this is having taken a wound.
Yeah.
Okay, you slam him right into the wall.
Luke, like I said, while this goes on, I throw away the crossbow I just whiffed. I pick up the second one from the other guy, and again I shoot at the dude he just
While
pinned to
this
the
is
wall.
going on, I'm actually going to climb down off the roof.
Okay, Klyka, roll that.
I'm going to
I'm
climb
gonna
down.
try. I'm trying to try.
What
and
am I
look up the
rolling?
section-
Crossbow?
Yeah, crossbow, same difficulty. I'm gonna try and look up the section where it describes how it works when you take damage from being slammed into a wall. Because there is a part where it describes that.
Oh.
What the fuck? You gave me shitty dice.
Okay, Klyka, roll the dice. On a roll of 4+, you hit Phil.
Oh dear.
Oh.
Another bolt whizzes
Am I,
past Phil.
am I now down off the roof? Because that was my intent.
Oh,
to get
sorry,
off the
7.
roof.
You're absolutely down off the roof. Yes,
I can
sorry,
now see what's happening.
Yes, you can.
Oh dear.
And
God damn it, boys.
Wait, he's literally got him pinned to the wall right
no.
now, right?
well, that was happening as you fired.
Yeah, I know, but like he is pinned to the wall by
No, he
Phil.
slammed him into the wall.
Slammed him
okay.
face
Hasn't hit
first
him.
into the wall.
He's
I
wearing a
see.
helmet, remember?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm
But
just-
that should make at very least that should make the helmet fucking resonate from the impact.
Yeah, no, something's gonna happen. I'm just trying to find the section where it describes what happens when you slam somebody into a wall, because the rules that does affect the armor in some odd way, and I
The
can't remember how it
phrase
works.
is that there is a slam down.
Donking.
Dunk. Supreme dunk.
Shit, where is it? God damn it! I know you're in here somewhere. Fucking rule. Throw person. Here we go.
He dies.
Throw person. How many successes did you get?
You got 5.
Fuck yeah, it's
You got
5 out of 6, I think. Yeah.
Okay. So you can spend 2 of those successes to turn it into a.
Hold on. This was the throw. 2 of those were 6s. So if I get more benefit from exploding 6s, I'm
Yeah,
exploding
you can
6s.
spend 4. You can spend 4 successes to deliver a power 9 hit.
Right. Well, first I'm going to explode those 2 6s. So I need to write. I'll write that down as well,
Sound down.
just to see how many things I get.
Oh, that's another 2
2 more
successes.
hits.
Oh my word. That's 7 successes.
Yeah,
Right.
but you can only turn 4 of them into.
So yeah,
That's a power
So-
9 hit. That's a lot.
straight to the power 9 hit. And that's another fate.
Youch.
By the way, Phil, what's your what's B9 on your chart?
B9 on mine is my MI.
Oh, that's a
I'm
midi
sorry, I'm
wound. Okay.
So what happened to the dude?
Phil slammed him into a wall hard enough
Yeah.
that he's taken a midi wound.
Okay. While he does that, can I look at my crossbow, like the second one that just missed? Basically say, piece of fucking shit, and then use the back end of the crossbow, or just whichever part, just basically slam the crossbow into the back of the guy's head as hard as I can.
Okay, Kiko, I want you to roll an observation. Sorry, not an observation, a perception test, Obs 3. And Rufus, also roll a perception test, Obs 3.
Jawohl!
Actually, no, sorry. Rufus, for you it's Obs 4 because you're not coming down from a high place.
Obs 3 made. That's 5v3 perception.
Okay, Rufus, this is. It is apparent to you, Kiko, as you come down off the roof, you notice something slightly unfortunate. A further 10 men coming in from the other side of the farm.
Oh, well, at least we're getting good XP.
We've got to. Oh god, we've got to go.
Luke, you just completely ruined the cool setup I wanted to
We've
do
gotta
for the
go.
end of the battle.
We've got.
I'm sorry, Kiko.
We've got to go.
You guys gotta leave. You guys got astonishingly
Wait, I'm
lucky with the
outside.
rolls.
I'm outside too, right? Or
Oh yeah, yeah.
No,
but the
no,
thing is,
wait,
this is the other side of the building. Like, if
Yeah.
you can imagine, they originally came from the front side. These guys are coming from the back
Yeah,
side, and that's
yeah,
why
yeah.
Rufus was looking around for the stuff. That's the only reason you got to have a look.
Okay.
Okay.
So, Kiko, you gonna yell about this?
Yeah, I'm gonna shout. We got to go. There's more coming. This way, and my intent is to bolt out of the house and run the opposite way the people are coming.
Hey, this guy's gonna roll a steel test versus that midi wound, by the way.
Aren't you on the roof?
No, I came off the roof.
So climb down.
Oh, I see.
Okay, he's completely fine. Or rather, he doesn't hesitate as a consequence of the wound.
Gets smashed in the face. Doesn't hesitate.
There is a trait, which is I can't remember which it was, either cold-blooded or fearless, which basically means that you reduce the steel test difficulty for tests involving injury or death by 3, and this guy has steel 8.
So by the way, does it still happen that I hit the guy in the fucking head with the crossbow?
Well, you're going for him, so you've got to roll an attack.
Okay, what do I roll?
Let's say brawling, unskilled brawling, so that's your power,
Yeah, I know it's free.
versus Obs 2.
I have 2 checks on brawling.
Yeah, brawling's so useful.
It is.
Okay,
These dice are so fucking. Delete all these dice.
delete them. Delete them.
So,
Okay, basically,
guys.
it glances off the back of his head, which is clearly actually reinforced some type of metal.
Yeah. Do I hear Kiko shout, "More people are coming, we
Yeah.
gotta go"?
Yeah, you do. You all hear that. Like, Kiko does it pretty loudly.
Okay.
Well,
I've got
fuck
this
it.
guy locked, right? And his head practically
You've-
in front of me.
You've got his arm, but he can still take actions.
Kill him.
Yeah, I'm palming. He's got an open visor, yeah?
It's not an open visor. It's a complete.
Not an open
Like I said,
visor,
it's a
okay.
complete. It's a brass. It's like a. Imagine like a mask. Like it's completely covering his face, apart from a very pair of narrow eye holes.
Oh, but he does have eye holes,
Yeah, but you'd need a stiletto or something.
which I do have.
Oh.
So yeah, palm a stiletto, try and shove it into his eye holes.
Okay, that's your dagger skill versus his speed.
Isn't he locked
However,
down?
he is. No, his head is
minus-
still moving.
He's got -2 though.
Just because you've got somebody's arm doesn't mean they stop moving forever. However, he is midi, so that's -2, isn't it? Is that what you say, Kiko? -2?
Yeah, you had midi -2.
Yeah,
Says
midi is
right here.
-2. Do I
Okay.
have any advantage for the fact that I've got him pinned, or...?
I think no, simply because you're trying to force a small dagger into a very small hole. That's what she said.
I failed.
That's what you did.
Okay, he just like he ducks his head out of the way because let's be real, you're trying to force a small dagger into a moving small target.
Since my intent, like, one question as I'm running.
Yep.
Since I'm a curiously practical man, is there any... What are the chances, as I'm going past, the man who's collapsed? If there's anything...
He's dead now, by the way.
If there's anything small and useful, I can just quickly snaffle as I run. What's
You
the...
could grab a bunch of crossbow bolts. That would be the most obvious thing, or a crossbow.
Could I grab both?
Certainly. I mean, it's just literally a matter of
Heck,
kneeling down and scooting them up.
Yes, I'm a practical man. I'm taking both, and I'm doing my running. That's what I'm doing.
Okay. Meanwhile, Phil, because you've drawn the dagger, you can't lock with the other hand, so this guy is now much more free. Have another opposed power test. 3 versus 5 or whatever. Okay, no, you still got hold of his arm.
Right.
However, you can hear the sound of people like rapidly coming around the side of the building. Oh, by the way, Rufus, you've by now seen. Are you presumably running with Kiko?
I sprint with Kiko.
Okay, you're sprinting with Kiko. Kleiko, what are you doing? You're
Isn't
inside
that a
the building.
skill?
I hear that they're shouting about it. I know they're coming from the back. So I basically go, fuck this. I turn back to the dude where my rapier is sitting on him. I put my foot down on the dead guy on top of him, pull my rapier out of his chest. Basically, I don't know, like maybe spit in his face or whatever. I don't even care.
Spitting test.
Spitting test.
Acquire spitting
And
skill.
then
Spitwise.
just briskly jog away
Okay.
while sheathing my rapier.
So Phil, you are being.
Do I
abandoned
see
at the center.
Kiko and Ruford?
Yeah, you can
Oh,
see
yeah.
them. You can see them leaving.
Yeah, I'll go after them.
Phil, what do you do at this juncture?
Can I even see them leaving?
You can. Like Kleiko was
Okay.
right there, and you and
I
like,
pegged it. I absolutely pegged it. I was like,
Oh, yeah.
there is no easy way for you to kill this guy at this point. He's still moving too much. You don't have like an unopposed ability to run a dagger into his throat or something.
he's your
No.
nemesis. Generic unnamed man.
Well,
If I-
Eric.
That's what.
How easily can I
Like
sort of push him in the
Superman.
opposite direction as I run for the door?
Oh, easy. You don't even need to test for that. You've just done a power test on exactly this basis. If you were to shove him, you can shove him.
Right. So yeah, I shove him towards like a sink
Yeah.
or something and run for the door.
Easy enough. The guy isn't even following you. Like he's slightly out of it.
Somewhere around this farm, I have a horse.
Might not be the time. Well,
Either way, I'm gonna run to where I think the horse is first because it's gonna be tied up somewhere.
Ruford has already put the horse into his crotch.
okay.
With
So
sleight of hand.
roll a speed test. If you fail this, you get cut off before you get to the stables.
Oh,
Okay.
No.
Oh, boy.
This is
Phil-
like the moment you
Phil
go out. The
grunts like
moment
an
you go
elderly
out the
lord.
building, you immediately see that there are at least two men blocking between you and the stable.
So how surrounded am I?
You're not exactly surrounded, but you can think of it as kind of like a line, which is just like a wave, which is broken over the house.
So
So
I'm
if you
running in
run
the opposite
straight-
direction of the wave then.
Indeed, run away from the wave.
Flee the wave. Run away from the wind.
Okay, so Phil, roll a speed test. Let's go. That was the worst roll ever. Sorry, I'm gonna actually roll it properly.
Was actually the worst roll up. That was still.
Oh, Jesus Christ! Well, there we go.
Oh my Jiminy Cricket.
Oh boy.
Actually, that should have been -1 anyway because I've got the wound.
Okay, Phil, you've just been caught by two guys.
Sweet.
What are you gonna do?
What do we mean caught? As in they're
They're
close
close
to me?
enough to you that if you turned your back to them, there would be a problem. By the way, you guys, if you look back, you would see this happening.
We would say this
Excellent.
happening. I elbow Johnson and go,
Let me do a perception. Let me do a perception roll on whether
Judson.
my guy actually notices this.
Judson.
I'm gonna say if you look back, you'd see it.
Judson is going
But I don't know if I'm looking back or not.
Judson,
Okay.
Judson will be looking back because he's worried how close his people are. Judson's going to take a shot.
how, yeah. I
Okay,
also
Kiko,
thought-
you're gonna take a shot.
I'm gonna have to
This
take a
is
shot.
this is an obs 3 shot because you're
I-
quite a way away at this
I
point.
have no fate.
Is it a-
I have no persona,
how,
and I'm not doing it carefully.
Okay,
This is not going to work.
What about
wait,
throwing?
you're too far away to throw everything.
I'm very,
Two,
very
and I
bad.
have nothing to spend
Do
it
you have
on.
no fate left?
I've spent all of it.
Jesus,
I had
Wow.
3 fate. I've spent all of it. I have nothing to help you
those
with.
2 6s. I'm sitting there thinking, them going, please.
3
I give one of my fates to Kiko.
So is there a chance that hits me?
No,
You
I'm-
can't give me fate.
to be like the way I look at it is that like for somebody for a rank beginner like Kleika,
Oh, right, yeah.
when you're actually right next to each other, there's a chance that's going to happen. But for somebody who actually knows how to use a bow, it's probably not that likely.
Yeah.
Like you can't give me fate, so that's not.
Luke,
Yeah.
by the way, do I see that that's Phil caught by those guys?
Yes, you do.
Let me do something. Can't believe Phil, you're so lucky. Okay, my guy sees that it's Phil, cold-hearted bastard who's almost as bad as that lunatic, that other lunatic, who's basically didn't listen to him, wanted to like just get stuff out of him and so on, but he still decides that he can't just like see this guy die because they might like at least know something. So he actually stops, takes out his rapier again, and pretty much like, since he's far away, tries to at least do a distraction to those two guys and starts basically shouting at them.
If
like,
only
just
I had a
rushes
fate
at them
point,
shouting.
but I don't.
Oh, dire fate!
Oh.
Just at the moment as they get you, Phil, you hear a yelling from inside the house, and the two of them immediately turn back and run towards the house.
Okay.
So I'm going to keep running.
An army of
So
orcs arrive to save us.
I don't actually have to pull my
No,
rapier.
that was the die of fate. That was actually what I said. What I said to myself is, if I roll a 1, that guy is calling them in to help with the guy who's lost an arm.
Oh,
That's what that 1 represents.
Wasn't that the guy who didn't care about his people before?
He doesn't care about them in a fight, but he's not going to let somebody bleed to death for no reason. Like that would be retarded.
So me rushing at them and so on just didn't happen right now.
Well, they run away at the same time.
Oh,
So
okay.
you're just like, yes!
Say, run, Phil, run!
Well, I
Run!
start-
Don't
So,
get
yeah.
to the horse!
We run.
Okay, I'm going to say that all of you make it away successfully.
I am
Aw.
going to be making an effort, knowing that these people will be able to track footsteps to cover our trail, because I have tracking.
I'll allow that. Okay, but I'm going to say that is the end of the session.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Scene over.
Yeah.
What steel test do we get from all that?
Well, all of you get a 2 steel test from the nonsense in the what's in, and all of you get a 5 steel test just because that was a fairly stressful event.
You know, I just realized I love that I never had to roll a steel test for a man getting an arrow in the head right in front of my face.
You didn't see it happen.
I did.
Still works like skill.
I
doesn't
saw it happen.
What do you mean I didn't see?
You
My
were behind
rapier
him.
was
You were behind him.
okay. True.
I
Literally,
saw-
the arrow went into the front of his head. All you saw is that he fell over backwards.
I saw it.
And I don't have to do a steel test for stabbing a man in the chest.
No, that's why I'm giving you a 5 steel test. This 5 steel test
Oh.
represents the fact that you were just involved in combat with people who are trying to kill
So
you.
That would be a challenge, which I really don't need.
I'm
But you
literally...
also get a routine too, remember?
I get a routine and a challenge. Okay.
So I got a routine and a challenge. By the
Yeah.
way, I'm literally overflowing on challenges now. I've run out of pips.
This always happens with steel.
Was that a routine you gave us?
Yeah,
for
all
the
of you
last-
get a routine as well for the. For
That
the
means
scene
I
in
go up to 4, I think. I have a 3 routine and a difficult.
Yeah.
Yes!
I still need 2 routine.
Damn it. Did I do a power test at one time that was like against 3? I don't know. I don't know.
But,
Let's get my power up.
right. So, what let's dish out the stuff at the end?
Yep.
Burk. He's dead.
Yes, yes, yes. That is the end of the session. I can't believe you got that 1 on the die of fate. I was like, I should really. Okay, let's die of fate it. Get a 1. Okay then.
Something cool happens.
Well, it could have been cool. I should have come up with like, and then everything exploded, and Phil walked away wearing sunglasses because he was too cool to look at it. But
Back
Exactly.
away.
they had to turn back and look at the explosion.
Hey, look, we survived. That's more.
By the way,
than
I
enough.
really hate that we brought in more of those people because you completely like ruined how I hoped that the end of the whole attack could be.
Which is
Because I wanted to sit there, like people come out of the house after killing the people inside, and I sit there on those 2 dead people chewing my bread, and I basically just look at Ruford and I go, "You stay the fuck away from me." I look at Kiko and say, "You will never ever stab me again." And I look at Phil and go, "And you will tell me what the fuck just happened."
With
I
the
think that is still a discussion that could be had.
With the exception that I
Yeah, but
did,
not like this.
I did see what you managed to do, and I managed to level a shot straight between the eyes.
I gotta say though, I'm in a little bit of a hurry all of a sudden, so if we could.
Yeah.
We're doing it. Don't worry.
Okay, so to wrap up, what I might do, no, we're not doing a trait vote this time
No.
because we did one a couple of sessions ago, and you're not meant to do too many of those.
True.
But what we need to do have all of you kept track of your tests?
Yep.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's good. So all we have to do.
Ah, my elbow! Ah!
Roll an injury roll.
Okay. So, did anybody drive the game forward with a belief?
I
think.
did definitely. I think.
I don't think the game was driven very forwards today.
Yeah. It
Well, I mean,
depends,
my
really.
decision
There was an
to
awful
keep-
lot of time spent like messing around in the cellar. I'll put it that.
Yeah.
but my decision to keep him in the cellar at all costs was to leave no loose ends.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
And I did the
I-
whole I must hide my true identity, which I then completely changed into the world is a big pile full of shit, and I just don't care anymore.
Okay, Kaleki, you get a fate. Phil, you get a fate.
No.
Instinct. Who played an instinct that made their life difficult?
Oh, raise my
Kiko
hand
did.
for all
I
of
did.
the times I messed myself up with that.
Okay.
Yeah, I did.
Rupert, did you play an instinct that made your character's life difficult? No. Phil, did you play an instinct?
No, I don't think so.
Not that made it difficult.
I basically
Okay.
played 2 instincts.
fate
made
for
my life
Kleiker and Kiko.
Kind of actually. I wanted to be behind the guy, but instead I've ended up behind Siegfried.
Anyway.
But yeah, never. That's too small.
We've got traits. Nobody used.
Actually, yes, I did. Because I was claustrophobic, I went ballistic and stabbed Kleiker.
Okay, no, that's true. That's true. So you get a fate for that. Did anyone say something funny in character?
I think
Rufa did. Rufa gets a fate for that because I remember saying something pretty funny.
Yeah, you did.
No.
You did.
Pretty sure you did.
Okay.
I made a note of it earlier on.
Just take the point.
Right skill, right
My
time.
Come on, cooking! There has to be something with cooking here.
Right skill, right time. Having the skill to make the story go. Not really
I
that
had
much.
cooking.
You did have cooking, but nobody had anything particularly weird.
Story didn't really go, did it?
Yeah, exactly. Not very much happened because an awful lot of time was spent arguing and throwing at each
If I
other.
can't use fate to farm cooking, then what good is it for? Oh wait, us all not starving to death.
I was like, on the one hand, I was like, maybe I should stop this, but then on the other hand, I was like, but actually, they're doing stuff. Why would I intervene at this point? They're making stuff happen. I'll let them carry
Character
on.
moment. Must
And
let
then
it
it just
carry
went
on.
on and on and on, and they never left the cellar. And I was like, it's 2 hours of them in the cellar.
Not just they never left the cellar. It was more like, how can we abuse Kleiker down to
Kleiker
the cellar?
succeeding
I
all those
wasn't
early
trying
rolls, so we
to-
can't just tie
I
him up
wasn't
and talk to him.
trying to abuse you.
Yes. Me just going like, you can't tie me up, motherfucker.
I wasn't trying to abuse you.
Anyway, let's go.
Yes.
Embodiment, did anyone do really good on Single role playing? I only give one persona to Kleiker, one persona to Kiko. In fact, all of you get a persona, but I think all of you did a pretty good job
Yay.
doing it that time.
Really?
Mold Breaker. Kleiker gets a Mold Breaker.
What
Went beyond the
I
bounds
had
of
all
character.
sorts of things that went wrong there, like
Oh,
killing
why do
people
I get
when
Mold Breaker?
Because you broke an old belief and made a new one.
Ah, okay.
And you did
so-
it in a way that was consistent with your
And
character.
this gives me what?
One persona.
I did
Okay.
I've done lots of things that will, after this scenario, make
You're
me
definitely
worry,
MVP.
worry all kinds of stuff about my belief.
Who was
but-
MVP?
Damien.
Okay, Damien gets MVP then.
Yay.
What? I shanked 2 people. And
I
I
killed a
made
man.
Kiko. I made Kiko freak out.
I killed a man.
I shanked 2 people. I ate a lot
I
of bread.
shanked you and killed a man with 1 arrow.
Phil probably would have been MVP
Okay, I
if he
guess.
hadn't run into that.
Phil can get Workhorse.
I'm so modest. Yes.
Phil can get Workhorse for doing quite a lot of work in the scenario, and actually for trying to keep things on track while you lot were throwing buckets at each other.
I wasn't throwing buckets at
To be
anyone.
fair, Kiko, your character couldn't be expected to do anything, so he was too busy going.
The kind of shit that I pulled off while eating bread was pretty epic.
I didn't give you bread
Fucking
disadvantage dice.
So
Bread
he
disadvantage.
could have done. You were too busy chewing on bread.
It's true.
Red
What?
motherfucker.
Okay, I think I'll also say everybody gets one persona and one fate, just because I think that's a good idea to give everybody something so that nobody gets too screwed over after the end of the session.
Wow. Okay, now I have 6 fate and 3 persona.
You need to
Okay.
spend some of that stuff.
Well, I literally I was down to 3 fate and 0 persona.
I was
just
down to nothing.
yeah. Well, you used a lot of fate.
I did. I
I
did.
think we're more or less wrapped up there, aren't we?
That is
We
the
are.
end of the session.
Indeed.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. So for all those watching,
Mm-hmm.
Goodbye from me, the host.
yeah, goodbye for me.
Yeah. Goodbye for me.
GN,
And goodbye from
motherfuckers.
Kiko.
Bye.
Bye bye.
Oh, wait. There's one thing we have to do before we.
Oh right, there
yeah.
is one thing.
It's very important.
I flipped it as it was being flipped.
Flip
Yeah.
the flip. Flip it again.
Nice.
It's gonna run out of tables really fast.